Namaste, aloha. My name is Janapati, and welcome to Yoga Kirtan Hawaii Experience Meditation. This class is taught the first Tuesday of every month, and so welcome to the class tonight. What we're going to do is walk through three very simple meditation practices that you can apply in your life. And so I'd like to offer my respects to you for joining me tonight, and let me offer respectful obeisances to my spiritual teacher who taught me about this process of meditation. And he learned that also from his spiritual teacher, and his spiritual teacher learned from his spiritual teacher, and so on, all the way back to the Supreme Person, Sri Krishna. And so tonight we're going to talk about transcendental meditation, or in other words, meditation that utilizes mantras. So mantra, probably you've heard this word. Let me break these things down for you a little bit. Mantra comes from two Sanskrit words, man, which means the mind, and tra, which means to draw away or to lift away or lift from. And so the mantra is a spiritual sound vibration. When engaged in with singing, repeating, and listening to, it brings about a peace of mind, peace of heart, and also in this day and age also brings us about to a point of understanding who we are and why we're here and what the purpose of our life is on this planet. Very simple, very easy to do, and this is the real meaning of meditation. It's really something, focusing your mind, focusing your senses upon something that will actually give you true transcendental pleasure. And this is why we do mantra meditation. You can actually go on YouTube and find so many kind of people saying that they're teaching you meditation. But usually those kinds of things fall short of what mantra meditation truly does, which is actually teaches us about our true identity. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you these three forms of meditation. One is called Gorunga breathing, or deep peace breathing. Second one is Japa yoga meditation. And the third one is Kirtan meditation. And so what I like to do is I actually like to preface that with a quote from a Vedic scripture, which is the Bhagavad Gita, just to start us off with this class. And if you haven't heard about the Bhagavad Gita, I recommend this Bhagavad Gita as it is, translated by my spiritual grandfather, or the spiritual teacher of my spiritual teacher. And it's called the Bhagavad Gita as it is. Next Tuesday night, actually it's the second Tuesday of the month, I always teach a wisdom night, a yoga wisdom night. We go into the Bhagavad Gita as it is, and we read from the purport, and we read the Bhagavad Gita a little bit and discuss it. So feel free to join us Hawaii Standard Time next Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. And if you like, also, this Yoga Kirtan Hawaii also has a wonderful library. You can go back on the channel and click on videos, and you'll find a whole plethora of some of this meditation practice that we're doing tonight, and also classes. So I'm going to read it's from text 10, verse 10. So in this Bhagavad Gita as it is, of course, Krishna is speaking to Arjuna. And he says, "To those who are constantly devoted and worship me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me." And the process by which we do this, of course, is the best process is engaging in this practice of meditation that we're going to do tonight. So what I'd like you to do is, if you're at home, just make yourself comfortable. We're going to start with our Gorunga breathing. And I'll find my instruments. I have some instruments tonight. And so we'll start with this first mantra, right? The mantra is a spiritual sound vibration, a name or attribute of the Supreme. and you can say it, you can listen to it, you can sing it, and has very wonderful benefit for the mind and also for the living entity within the body, ourselves. So, the first mantra we're going to work with today is Goranga, and you can repeat after me if you haven't heard this mantra before. So, Gor, Ra, Ang, Ga. Again, Gor, Ra, Ang, Ga. So we can actually put those all together and just say Goranga, Goranga, Goranga. Okay, so Goranga also has a meaning. It means one with the golden effulgence, one with the golden essence. It's the name of the Supreme, and it's a very wonderful mantra that we are going to use in this practice of Goranga breathing. So just take a moment, and maybe you've had a stressful day or whatnot. You can just, roll your shoulders a little bit, release some tension, move your neck from left to right. Bring your chin to your chest, and bring your chin up. And let's just take a free deep breath through the nose. And just exhale audibly through the mouth. Let's do that again. Inhale through the nose. Exhale audibly. So if you're sitting in a chair, or if you're lying, you can lie on a bed. If you're in a car or something like that, you can, just play through the video. That's fine. I wouldn't recommend closing your eyes or anything like that when you're driving. But so we're going to take this mantra Goranga, and we're just going to actually apply it to a very simple deep breathing process. So as we inhale and as we exhale, that's just our breathing, right? A simple inhale and an exhale. Now, when we apply the mantra, what we're going to do is we're going to apply Goranga on the inhale in our mind. So we're not going to audibly say it because it's kind of difficult to actually try to inhale and speak at the same time. So we're actually going to place that Goranga in our mind on the inhale. And then on the exhale, we will audibly say or intone Goranga. And then we'll repeat with our inhale with the mantra in our mind. And we will exhale audibly saying Goranga. So, that's all that's to it. I'm going to add a little bit more finesse and pizzazz. I guess I'm looking at really fancy words here, but I have some crystal bowls. You don't need to have crystal bowls to do Goranga breathing, but it sounds pretty nice. You can hear them. So I'm going to play along, create a little bit of an ambience for us to practice our Goranga breathing. So go ahead. Let's begin. Inhale. Goranga in the mind. Goranga. Continue. Goranga. back to your breathing. So that's Gurunga breathing. Very simple, very straightforward. Very nice. It's very nice to do that. You don't need any fancy crystal bowls to do. You can just do Gurunga breathing at any time of the day or night, or you can do it in your car. You can do it at work and impress your coworkers in the cubicle next to you. There's no real hard and fast rules, except for the fact that because we are engaging our mind and our senses, and most specifically with our hearing and with our saying, our speaking, and engaging the mind as well, that it's good to try to practice. And this is what we're doing with meditation. We practice, you practice like you practice with most things, because generally when you start something new, even with meditation, you may be focused on other things and you find your mind just drifts away, because in this world our mind is trained. We've let our mind become trained itself to basically jump from one thing to another, and that's a natural habit. The mind actually is looking for rest. It's looking for a peaceful place, and that peaceful place is in meditation upon God. But we've forgotten that. We actually are engaging our mind and letting our mind sort of search for things in the material world to try to make up for that normal eternal relationship that we have with God, and we're in happiness and love. And so the mind will jump from one thing to another, and it doesn't actually make it much better as time goes on, because the internet was introduced, and then now we have cell phones, and we're engaged in so many quick things that will grab our attention and hopefully grab our money as well. So, but it just makes people feel anxious and anxiety and depressed, because none of it it's all sort of empty. It's empty gift wrapped in emptiness, as my spiritual teacher would call it. There's nothing. It looks really pretty. It's look very lovely when we see it, and everybody does. All the advertisers do it up really nicely, but we just keep engaging in these things that don't actually touch ourselves, the spirit soul. So that's where mantra meditation comes in. We practice that. We find that actually the mind becomes very attracted to it. We become very attracted to the process. It may be it may be initially that we have a hard time with it, but if you practice it consistently, you'll find that actually it's very calming and gives us great pleasure after a while. So that is a Goranga practice. You can do it anywhere, and you just try to practice. If your mind wanders away, it's okay. You don't have to beat up your mind. You just bring your mind back to listening to the mantra intently and engaging in the practice. So you can do that 5 minutes or 10 minutes a day, or even more if you want, because we pack our schedule full of a lot of things that are distracting and actually not very beneficial. So it's better just to even do 5 minutes or 10 minutes just of some meditation. So that's the Goranga practice. So for the second practice is called Japa Yoga meditation. And for that I'm gonna bring my beads out. Now, you may not have been ready to say, oh, I'm doing something with prayer beads or japa beads, But if you don't have any beads, it's okay. You can use your fingers just to practice at first. But these are Tulsi wood beads. They're normally 108 beads, and then you have a head bead. I'm going to bring it up here closely so you can see that's got this sort of funny looking thing on top of it. That's my cat scratching at the door. Another living entity that wants to come in and be happy in a cat body. So yeah, you can see this sort of like tassel That's the head bead. And then there are 108 separate beads here. You can find these at different stores, different places. If you, it's no real hard and fast rules. If you need something really quickly, you can actually do, you know, even party beads, just to, if you need something temporarily. Generally, they're 108 or a half set, which is 54. If you can find those that's really helpful. And so my camera's flipped, so it looks like I'm using my left hand, but actually you use your right hand and you use the thumb and the middle finger, and you start with your head bead there, and that's generally the Gorunga mantra. Okay, so if you're starting this and you practice Gorunga, you start with Gorunga and you say Gorunga. Now as you go down these beads, you kind of shift down the beads. Each bead is a mantra. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to teach you a mantra today, and that it will be, I guess today we'll use Haribol Nitai Gor Haribol. So there's some separate mantras actually, but they're all put together into one thing. So repeat after me, Haribol. And maybe sometimes you maybe heard me say Haribol in the beginning, or people on this channel who say Haribol. Haribol basically just means to chant or sing the names of God, and or even just, you know, practicing mantra meditation. That's also, Hari is the name of God and Bol means to sing, so that's what we're doing. So Hari Bol, and then Nitai Gor. Nitai Gor. Nitai is another name of the Supreme. It's a mantra also, and Gor, you see, comes from Gorunga, so it's pretty simple. It's Hari Bol, Nitai Gor, and then you kind of reverse it. Nitai Gor, Hari Bol. And that's the mantra. So when you say that, after you've done your Gorunga on the head bead, you go down to the next bead and you say that mantra, Hari Bol, Nitai Gor, Hari Bol. And then you go down to the next bead and you repeat again, Hari Bol, Nitai Gor, Hari Bol. So this is a practice of actually utilizing touch and utilizing our speaking and our hearing and our mind, because we need to focus our mind on what we're doing, right? Now, I guess you could say that, well, I mean, the internet kind of started in the 90s, but, you know, it really didn't, it kind of took off, you know, probably, you know, 10 years ago or more. And, you know, when I started practicing mantra meditation, it wasn't really so much cell phones. Cell phones were much more simple, you know, than they are now. When I have like iPhone 22 or whatever, and with all these gadgets, right? So what do we do nowadays? We do a lot of stuff with our hands. We're on the computer with our mouths. We're scrolling and we're typing on our phone. So we have a lot of things, you know. Before it used to be smoking cigarettes, but I guess people don't do that so much. But people use their hands for so many little things, and it's a great way to use touch to actually engage your hand in the practice of mantra meditation. So we'll use that there. We'll also use our speaking and our hearing and focusing our mind. So what you can repeat after me or repeat with me, and we'll practice this together. So we start with our first bead, the head bead, right? Gorunga. And then we go down to the next bead. Hari Bol, Nitai Gor, Hari Bol. Go down to the next bead. Hari Bol, Nitai Gor, Hari Bol. And then we'll continue. Hari Bol, Nitai Gor, Hari Bol. 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 Haribo, Nitai Gor, Nitai Gor, Haribo. 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 Okay, so that's already halfway through. That's about 54 beads. So even it's not too difficult to practice that much in a day, and so it's very simple. My cat's name is Nitai also, so he's trying to come through my screen. He keeps thinking, probably thinks I'm calling him Nitai, Nitai, Nitai Gor. So he was trying to climb the screen. Excuse me if I had to get up for a minute there. So yeah, so the mantra meditation through japa beads is very simple. You know, we have Gorunga breathing, we have japa meditation. It's a very wonderful thing to do. You can go for walks. Hawaii is very beautiful. There's also very many beautiful places and other places where, even if you don't live in Hawaii, hey, you go for your morning walk and you can practice your japa meditation while getting your exercise and some fresh air. It's very nice. And the main thing, of course, is to focus your mind. If you find that you're kind of drifting away, thinking about other things, or just bring your mind back and focus on your practice of meditation. It's really simple. You can even take just 10 beads a day and just make that a habit of doing that every day with your Gorunga breathing. So that's the process of that. And lastly, we're going to do kirtan meditation, which is very fun. I like to do that a lot. And this requires some singing. And in this process, what we do is I consider myself like the kirtan leader. And so I will sing the mantra, and then you can listen with your ear, take it in, let it rest in your heart, and repeat back the second time with me. And so it's sort of a call and response. Generally, if we do kirtan together, there's a kirtan leader who leads the kirtan, people listen, and then they respond, and the kirtan leader listens. So there's some hearing and repeating and listening going on, and it's all practice of meditation. Very surprise, you know. It's very funny to think that, you know, like even before I began to practice of mantra meditation so many years ago, I wasn't really sure what meditation was. I kind of had an envision of like, well, you kind of close your eyes and, you know, maybe you have to dress a certain way, or, you know, have a beard, or, you know, well, long flowing robes, and maybe you had to go out into the wilderness and sit on a rock or something. You know, I didn't really know. And a little bit I know it was really simple. You know, it's actually singing, it's repeating, it's focusing, it's all those things. And it's fun. It's a lot of fun to do. So what I'm going to do is so I've taught you the Gorunga mantra. There's the Haribo, Nitai Gor, Haribo. I will teach you, there's another one. It's Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Madana, Mohana. And so together that's Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Madana, Mohana. So there's that one. And then I'll probably do Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So it's a lot of the 16 mantras in one mantra. It's called the Maha Mantra because it's a great mantra to do. But it's not too difficult. It's just follow along, and if you've never done it before and you find you're tripping up on some Haris and Krishnas and mantras and Ramas, you'll get to it. It's okay. Just have fun with it. Hari Bol, Nitai Bol. Okay, and that is Kirtan, just a little taste of it. It's so exciting. It is the prime benediction as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the great deliverer of the holy name to humanity in 500 years ago, said that the hearing and repeating of sacred mantras is the prime benediction for humanity at large in this day and age. And so here we have it. This is our mantra meditation class for today. We have, once again, the Gauranga breathing, the japa meditation, and the kirtan. Now, it may be a lot. You can go back into the library and watch these videos again if you forget exactly the details about that. Or you can feel free to just browse through the channel. There's lots and lots of kirtan. I have Transcendental Thursdays. Every Thursday, I believe there's a plethora of videos of my chanting. There's chanting from lots of people on this channel. So you can go back, you can listen. It's the wonderful thing about this Facebook page. You can just go back and listen. I guess this is one really nice thing about internet and social media platforms is that you can have so much chanting, so much mantra meditation that you can engage in. And once again, Tuesday night, if you're interested in philosophy, yoga philosophy, we'll be giving the yoga wisdom of the Bhagavad Gita. And other than that, have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you next time. Namaste.